This segment of Good Company was paid for by Barbara's Bakery and CLR.
Well, a new school year is upon us very quickly, and it's a great time of year to think about keeping everybody in the family healthy, starting with a healthy home. And here to tell us how to do that is lifestyle expert Sara Snow. Welcome, Sara.
Good morning, Eileen.
Good morning. So how do we start? Well, how do we get our home to be a healthy home?
Yeah, you know, that's really an important part of it is the home, right? So it's so important to pay attention to the foods you put in your child, but also the environment, the home environment that you put your child in. So one hugely important part of that are the cleaning products that you use around your house. You, of course, want to pay attention to everything you bring in your house, all the different products you use around your children, especially your cleaning products. The EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, has a label called the Design for the Environment that they apply to certain cleaning products, building materials, different things like that. They actually looked at CLR. It's a product that most of us are familiar with as this really tough stain remover, right?
Oh, yeah.
But they looked at CLR and they said, you know what, these ingredients are safe enough, clean enough for your body and also for the environment that we'll put the Design for the Environment label on there. So that's really important to me. And also, because it's a kitchen and bath cleaner, it's one product for a multitude of jobs because we really want to avoid that product overload that's, you know, it's an easy trap to fall into.
And how about as far as food is concerned? How do we make sure that healthy includes the food that the kids eat?
Yeah, the food is really the other huge key component to this. You want to make sure your kids are getting enough of the essential nutrients and none of the bad stuff, if at all possible. And you really want to make sure they're starting off with breakfast before you send them to school. So I was lucky enough as a kid to grow up with natural foods and organic foods and in the sticks of Michigan where I grew up. And there are certain products, certain companies that I've been a fan of for a really long time. Barbara's Bakery is one of those because they've been making breakfast cereals and other snack foods, but especially the breakfast cereals that are high in fiber, low in sugar, that are whole grains, so really going to feed your child, not only to get their belly a little full before you send them off to school, but to help feed their brain so that they can function, they can pay attention, they can do well in school for all those long hours between breakfast and when they finally hit the school cafeteria.
And of course it tastes good too, so they will eat it. That's the best part.
Exactly. It tastes so good. And you know, they have certain varieties that are wheat-free, so if you have wheat intolerances, gluten intolerances in your family, it's an important thing also.
Now, any last tips for just in general going green at home?
Yeah, overall, you want to pay attention to the foods you feed your children. You know, if your child is a milk drinker, as so many kids are, make sure you're giving them an organic milk that's free of growth hormones, antibiotics. Horizon Organic is the milk company that so many people are familiar with. They really brought organic milk to the supermarket. And they now have these single-serve milks, perfect for throwing in a lunchbox. Same thing with their organic cheese sticks. You want to just make sure you're creating an environment of learning and empowerment in your household so that your kids will grow up able to make those smart and healthy food choices on their own as they grow into adults. And also just be mindful of the foods they're eating as well as mindful of the environment and the natural world around them.
And of course, they will do as you do, not as you say.
Exactly. And lots of good information out there for you also. So log on to your website, your station's website. My website is sarasnow.com. You can get my top 10 tips for going green there. I just created a DVD for Gaiam called Growing Green Babies on healthy parenting and healthy pregnancy. So lots of good information out there.
All right. Well, Sara Snow, thank you so much, and have a great school year to you.
Thank you. You too.
All righty. Well, we're going to be back with more Good Company in just a bit, so stay tuned.